Hello, members and those watching afterwards. A lot of games again tomorrow for Sunday. Saturday, Sunday, of course, big days. So this video is coming out while LTA North are playing still. I know that FlyQuest beat Team Liquid. Other matchups are still ongoing. I just got to get this up and done for the people that have to, LPL and LCK best of threes tomorrow morning at 1 o'clock my time. So it's only 6 hours away, 7 hours away or so. So KT, D+, KT, more competitive into HLE than we thought, but D plus I still think are very, very good. Peter in place of Way is doing okay. I mean, his first series, in my opinion, but aiming barrel is a tall order for Duck Dom and Peter. And then BDD into Showmaker, that's kind of a wash at this point. Showmaker not really doing as much as we would like. Topside, Cuz into Lucid, it's experience versus a young player. Perfect and Siwoo are definitely a very interesting matchup with two extremely young, inexperienced top laners. I mean, Perfect has one season, but Siwoo just a rookie. So we're going D plus 2-1 because of that bot lane duo, but I still think there's potential for Cuz to really to push push Lucid. T1 Gen G. I have not looked, and I should, but I'm not, at who's starting Guma or Smash. That does make a difference to me. T1 started Guma, and they 2-0 DRX pretty easily. Into Gen G, they may play Smash. If Smash plays into Gen G, I still like Gen G in that matchup. Actually, I kind of prefer Gen G either way. I think, Canyon and Chovy against HLE kind of showcased what they're truly capable of, and that was not a big shock to us. In that case, I am taking Gen G 2-0. The more I think about that, I mean, you have two of the best junglers of all time. Not best. They're in the top five now. The owners won a few times. Canyon's just mechanically always been so very good. Keenan to Doran, I think that's a very interesting matchup. Chovy is obviously more impactful than Faker in terms of what is put out on the Rift in terms of stats. Faker more so a shot caller at this point in his career. Bot lane ruler Duro into Smash Carrier. I mean, that's a interesting matchup because you have very elite players in ruler and Carrier, but then rookies alongside them. But mid jungle once again going to be a difference there. Gen G 2-0. Best of threes JDG Nip. Nip struggling so far to start this spring as the meta kind of catches up to them. JDG with Shun. I think Shun is better than Aki for sure. Scout into Doomby is a close matchup, similar to Showmaker BDD in my opinion. Top lane, we have Ale and Shanji. Competitive matchup. Bot lane duos of Pays Missing into Leave PP God. I like JDG 2-1 in this one, in part due to Shun and into Aki, because that bot lane duo is close. TTFPX. I like TT in this one, 2-1. I know that I thought they'd take a game against BLG and they didn't, but in this matchup, I do like Hoya and Sheer being pretty close. Sheer has pop-off potential, certainly a young player. Hoya doesn't offer quite that much carry threat, but Beshwan makes up for that. He's a strong carry for Thunder Talk. Saytab into Care. I like Saytab. I like 1XM Feather and Asum Jouet as well. IG, BLG. IG ranked 1 in my stats right now, but haven't played BLG all that much this season. Maybe not at all. And BLG, of course, are a team that we consider a world's favorite alongside the likes of HLE, Genji, and a couple others. IG's in that conversation, but BLG have players over the last couple of years that have been at the peak of competition. How this roster was last season. So, with that in mind, I'm taking BLG 2-1. This could go either way, though. Don't get me wrong. I like JJ into Way. That's an interesting matchup. A different role than the mid laners I've referenced, but players that are seasoned that we've seen a lot of play with. We've seen them play a lot. Let's just be fucking real. We've seen them play a lot, right? They've played against each other plenty of times and had elite success. JJ, obviously, a world champion, and Way a multi-MSI champion. But Bin into the Shy. I like Bin in that matchup. And then the bot lane duos. Alkanon into Gala Gala Mako. That's something you got to watch out for IG. IG could win this. This is a coin flip. Knight into Rookie. I like Knight at this point in their careers. BDS SK. SK won their first matchup. I didn't expect that. Didn't expect it. into Fnatic. Sorry, they won one of their matchups into Fnatic. BDS, I expect better play. You got two young players, 1-1-3, of course, a little more games than Bukata, but not all that many. 80 carry, I like Ice and Paris into Kadui and Loopy. Top lane, I like Irrelevant into Genex. I'm taking BDS 2-0. I just like the mid, and I like all the matchups for BDS. I do. And I said that about SK into Fnatic, and SK beat Fnatic, who I think are better than BDS. But, some teams have good days. KC, Fnatic. Good test for KC to remind us, hey, where are they at? You see, they finished finals at first stand. They've won since they started. Of course, they're just very good, right? This is a good test for spring. Let's see where they're at. See if they can continue that level of play. Fnatic, of course, got to return, right? Return after lost to SK. I'm taking KC 2-1. I think it could go either way. Yeah. I mean, Kana, I like into Oscar. I like Yike into Razorg. Vladi and Humanoid is a wash. Bot lane duos, I would like to think Upset Mickey can take advantage of Kliss and Targamas, but they just haven't done it to the point that we could rely on it at this point. Best of ones, Faria IE lost to Pain, if I recall. But I still like them into Faria, a young team that lost to Lev. VKS and Red beating Loud. I didn't expect that, with Red making some roster changes. VKS, a team that statistically is supposed to be very strong. That bot lane matchup, Mortius Trimby into Branson Frosty, is definitely a real one. Mid jungle, Decimus and Kisse into Doom and Mago. I like VKS in this, but I don't have a lot of tape on Doom and Mago. So if they win, we're just going to learn about those players as we go. Lev and Fluxo. Fluxo's terrible. Lev have this. Pain Gaming and Loud. Roamer into Tinones. I guess that'll be a close matchup. Weiser into Robo, of course, very competitive. Kuroka into Sheeny. I like Kuroka. I like Cheetah and Curry at this point, so we're going to go Pain. And then LTA North, Cloud9, Shopify, Cloud9. Of course, like I said, I have not watched. I mean, I don't even think I haven't. I just said, like, we see that. I got to watch closer to that FlyQuest Team Liquid game. I was kind of distracted. But regardless, Cloud9 better than Shopify. But Fudge, I mean, there's veterancy there with Fudge and Palafox into those two young Koreans on Cloud9. Team Liquid, 100 Thieves. Like I said, all comes down to Quid, really. I like Team Liquid in this matchup. I don't know. I just think Team Liquid ends up taking this. They end up splitting between FlyQuest and 100 Thieves. FlyQuest beat Disguise. They're much better. And then I'm taking Lion Gaming over Dig. I like Saint and Henna into Kine and Tomo. Top side of the Rift, I also think Licorice and Adi can get the better of Surti and Shiden. So that's it for the predictions for tomorrow. Thank you for being a member, and hope to see you again.